this is Bethany Gagne, founder of the Albany Peace Project, and today I'm here with Pierre Zimmerman, who is an ordained Buddhist chaplain, and who you specialize with working with cancer patients and end-of-life care. Can you tell people about your work?
Sure. Well, we teach mindfulness for all kinds of people in Saratoga. However, in Massachusetts, I work with several people who have chronic illnesses or catastrophic illnesses, primarily cancer. And the mindfulness program is just really interesting and fulfilling for them. We tell people that, practice as if your life depended on it, and it certainly makes sense for them.
Now tell me what that means. That's so fascinating. I love that. Obviously in the circles they always talk about being in the now and being present, but this idea of practicing as though your life depended on it. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so we know through neuroscience these days and so much research that we can actually change our brain structure by using our mind. And when we talk about the mind, there's a sort of definition we call it. It's a verb, it's a process that regulates and monitors the flow of energy and information. And 40 scientists agree on this definition, psychiatrists, any type of scientists.
Right.
So everybody can use it. So what it means is we're dealing with energy in our body, in our mind, and we can monitor that. So mindful practice helps us to really pay attention, be aware, have curiosity and some intentions of changing our lives in many ways. And we drop judgment by doing that. And instead of dropping judgment, instead of not using judgment, we use discernment. So we can make some sense out of things. And we look at what's beneficial, what's non-beneficial. So that's sort of encapsulating the whole idea of mindful practice. It's also embodied, so we use the mind also to be in our body, because most of us function from here up.
Right.
In our conceptual mind, and we're also looking at our perceptual mind.
Right. So explain to people why it is so important to be embodied.
Well, our body has so much wisdom, and it tells us, when we get activated, get angry, we can determine what's going on, and by being mindful, we can slow things down. So we can take a deep breath. We use an acronym called STOP. A stands for stop. The T stands for take a few deep breaths. O stands for open to what emerges in your being. And then the P stands for proceed thereafter. So we have a little time to be aware what's going on and not react. But instead maybe respond to the situation.
Right. And so how does, I know you can speak from personal experience that you also had cancer and you probably practice these skills throughout. So is there anything you can say to anyone maybe who's struggling with it or?
Yeah, the whole mindful practice creates some balance. We want to settle our mind and our body in its natural functioning as much as possible. And of course, when we give a diagnosis, particularly cancer, the big C as we call it, most of the time we don't hear anything anymore and we just sort of cave in. And so we give people some tools and skills to really be able to relax a little bit more, to be more calm, even though it's a catastrophe, as we notice it, as we see it, as we're told. However, it gives us some tools to really calm down and know that, in many ways we have little control in life. However, we can have choices. We can make choices at any given point in time.
Wow. So how long is the program that you work with?
It's 8 weeks. There's also a full day retreat in silence. Everybody made it to that. In fact, it's usually a big shift. It's through the 7th week or 6th week. What happens is people can really do the embodied exercises. In other words, we do very gentle yoga, stretching. We do a body scan, also with cancer patient. I call it body relaxation. We don't talk about scans.
Right.
And then we do what's called embodied awareness program, where we do walking meditation. And also we want people to get in pairs and triads and do simple exercises. And that's the connective piece of the brain. We always want to be in relationship, we want to belong, and we do that in a very safe container. where people feel connected
How
in
beautiful.
silence.
So
Yeah, it is
important.
beautiful.
Especially illness, because it can be so isolating, right?
Yes, and in a lot there's a camaraderie because it's very hard for people to understand who don't go through this
Right,
kind of journey, which is a difficult journey.
right, right.
It's up and down, there's a lot of unknown. A lot of the healthcare system, unfortunately, is very driven to get a cure, where here we're talking about being more holistic, looking at the total being as much as possible. We look at healing, not so much curing, and healing particularly from an emotional standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
and also, from a connective part, from a point of, I can't find a word, but using our head basically to make some good decisions.
So, and you said something like if people make it to the 7th week, is there something in the 8th week or something?
Yeah, so the beginning is embodiment.
Mhm.
We want people to really feel their body, sensations.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the middle, we talk about stress, how we can deal with stress, and also a lot about neuroscience, neurobiology. And then we talk about how to bring this practice into the world, just off the cushion. How do we have mindful communication, which is very important. And then the
Absolutely,
last couple of
nice.
sessions, we really focus on loving kindness for oneself
Mhm.
and non-referential compassion for others.
Mm-hmm. Non-referential compassion. Can you just quick describe that?
Sure, so, we usually love
People we know.
people we know, at least most of them. And the trick is to really be open to everybody. And that's difficult. And so the exercises we do of loving our family members, parents, siblings, then we go to friends, then we go to people we don't know that well, and then we even go to people we don't know at all around the world.
Right, right,
And also some people we might not like and we might have
Right,
issues with.
right. I love the fact that you're doing that in something that is so personal, and yet you're still kind of bringing it out to the world around them and having the connection going on. And it's just, I mean, I really think that unless we start thinking in those terms, then we're gonna keep having the same old. So
Right.
so
Just about being human.
right, exactly.
And,
It is about just being
and
human.
basically using the mind and the heart.
Right.
And
Skillful ways to really
Yeah.
facilitate connection and not separate,
yeah.
Yeah,
So we get away from our identity, our roles,
Right.
our personas, and
right.
get a little bit deeper, because we all basically the same.
Yeah, is it right. And how important that is, especially if someone's going through illness, and to feel that connection and everything. So important. So Pierre, people can get in touch with you. You manage One Roof in Saratoga, correct?
One big roof.
One big roof. I forgot.
Which is the retreat and workshop center, yeah. But
Okay.
we are connected. It's a continuum of the holistic center.
Okay, and then you also teach in Northampton?
Teach in Northampton and Amherst, yeah, with cancer patients and people with chronic illnesses. I also mentor chaplains from all over the world to the Zen Center in Santa Fe,
Mm-hmm.
and do 2 programs a year.
Nice.
Yes, it's wonderful. It keeps me.
I was gonna say, it keeps you very busy.
Yes, and do a lot of marketing too for us.
Yeah.
We need to put the word out.
Yeah,
Most
absolutely.
people don't run to make some shifts in their interior life, so to speak.
Right, and so it's so nice to know that you're a resource, absolutely. So I'll be sending people there. Thank you so much, Pierre. You're gonna do a meditation now?
Sure. love
Anything
to.
in particular in the meditation, or?
I use some of the usual meditations I do on Sundays, and we do we do meditations at the library for free for the community, and it's great. We have usually 15-20 people come.
Excellent, that's at the Saratoga Library?
Yes.
On Sundays, at what time?
No, it's Wednesday, every first and third Wednesday
Oh, right,
of
okay,
the month, 12:30 to 1:30, and it's no charge. It's
excellent,
whoever needs to come wants to come.
excellent, great. I'll be sending people there as well, too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.